you want to make sure the jetway can advance without
Tell nobody.
up here, you got to check in the wheel well. The radar antennas here for for any radar precipitation, so you just make sure that this is the back. You can call a mechanic, make sure that FIDO tubes here, these are for the first officer and standby. And something to think about, if you ever had to evacuate the airplane, you got to watch these on the way down, because your window to jump out is there, and these are right there, so you don't want to hit yourself on the way down. And ouch. Ouchie, yeah. Ouchie.
You're right, those windows aren't for big boys, though.
Yeah,
it's for little guys.
Yeah.
My leg would get stuck. I'd die.
I'd do it.
My leg would get stuck.
Yeah.
I'd be trying to come out of my leg.
You can fit through the window. That's the main thing. That's what we care about. Oh, Jesus. Okay, stop. Embarrassing.
Power, when we get to the gate, they try hooking up to the external, so that way we can shut the engines off. That worked really well.
All mechanic.
This poor girl. What'd you wear a sweater for? Hey, watch yourself over here.
Put the AC on in the grocery bin.
This is the oxygen. This is the oxygen. Or you check this in the water, make sure you got the static ports. This is for oxygen. Make sure that greenness is there. If it's missing, it's not good. These are heated, so you don't touch these. Just make sure they're clear. That's it.
What does it hold up there for?
That's the exhaust. There's a fan to keep the avionics equipment cool. So that's the exhaust for it.
Is this a cargo door?
Yeah, it's for passenger cargo, like underneath your seats. This is where your baggage goes.
Can we open it? I see a lot of pilots.
These are called your Kruger flaps, leading edge devices. Kruger flaps?
Kruger, not Kruger.
This is the aft nav.
This is the 7.7.
This is where we jettison fuel in case we need to dump fuel. This is the outboard aileron. Outboard aileron, and then we have an inboard aileron.
We look like tourists.
We're not doing nothing, though.
Flaps retracted. Once we get the flaps retracted, only this aileron moves. The outboard locks in place because at higher velocities you would get a twisting of the wing. So we roll control the airplane only by the inboard air monitor. That's a platform. Then we
But this is the only one.
What's that?
This is the only one that.
And then there's one there.
Right.
Yeah, it's 7.2. You kidding me?
Wings up. It's usually locked in place. Right now it's open, so when the pilot starts gear up, this door swings down, it goes like this, and then the gear starts to retract, and then this door then closes and seals the wheels inside here.
Is there a way to get up in the plane from here?
You have to be really tiny to fit your plane.
Go away.
That's the viewport in case you're not sure. You guys can come in. What was that?
Look at all that. Look how big it is.
So this airplane has 3 engines. It actually has 4 engines. This is the 4th engine right here. It's called an auxiliary power unit, APU. It is technically a turbine engine, except it's a centrifugal. It's not an axial flow engine. So we are taking, on the other side, you'll see, this is the exhaust section of it. So where the compressor, it's on the other wheel well over there. So we draw air in, the pilot, you get on board the airplane, and if you want air conditioning on the airplane without starting up the engines, you can start this up. So you turn the APU system on, this engine starts operating. It does draw fuel from the tanks. Comes in through here, and then it starts rotating, and then this is where the exhaust gases go out. They go up through here, and they exhaust out up onto the right wing. There's little vents up there on the right wing. The funny thing about it is passengers who are sitting on the right side, they have what's something called torching on these. In other words, like if you start the APU and you shut it down, there might be residual fuel here that wasn't really burned, and then you go to start it up again. Well, the hot gases come through, and if there's any residual fuel, that's what happens off the right side. So we usually tell people, we're going to start the APU. You see a little plume of smoke, normal. There have been people who have actually evacuated because they thought that wing was on fire, and they opened the exit door.
So where do you see it from?
So you walk. It depends on how the configuration of the plane is, but normally if you're on an airplane, you walk down the aisle. If you see a little yellow tiny tab on the carpeting, it's to tell the pilot where that viewport is, because you're going to pull the carpeting back, and then look. There's a little cover. You're going to open it, and you're going to look down.
Everybody get in there with Mr. B.
So
Go in. Stand next to him. Everybody go in. Everybody's going in. Trying to get the whole class in. I got everybody. Barely see Mr. B back there.
That's good. Farther back. Yes. Okay. There's also a light here that you turn on. You have to make sure these lights work. So when you do your pre-flight, you turn the wheel well lights on and make sure when you're doing pre-flight they are lit up.
So you come in here during the pre-flight?
Yep. Yep.
Oh, okay.
And it's really loud when the APU is running, by the way. Just get it by the wheel so they get a
As big as you.
Everybody go by the wheel.
Everybody go by the wheel.
I'm not a good example.
Yeah, you're not a good example.
Jenny, go by the wheel. It's almost as big as you. I'm doing my pre-flight. I can't wait to see. One day I want to see Jenny out on the ramp doing her pre-flight. Hey, you're gonna laugh.
Hold on, one more. That's supposed to be right. And we're
Mechanics know it's just an action.
Don't worry, if you didn't get my head, that's normal.
I don't know what I got. There is a 9. Check it out, that last one. I don't know what that
Either Kelly or Chris.
Well, this is I was, but this one doesn't take.
No, you didn't get it.
Did it take your picture?
It took the picture by the tires. Not the last one.
Isn't the NDA or
I think I was a 7.2.
Oh, okay. They all do. A lot of those airplanes.
What?
Mickey Mouse drawing.
That don't look good, dog.
Why did they lift them before?
Because it's hot.
So hot in there.
You really need to open a flight account, dude. What are you doing? Then you won't be flying. You want to pay something with AC, that's going to cost you. You need to fly an SR-22. I think they have AC.
And you get that problem watch pushing it back.
What is that horrible symbol on the back of the plane? I don't.
So this is the horizontal stab, vertical stab. There's the vortex generators up there to help high-speed flight. Keeps the airflow.
Talking about those tabs on the side?
The little vortex generators are going up diagonally.
Okay.
That's the Pitot 2. That's what I was talking about. That. Is it your class that was selling this?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
That's it right there. 37 out.
Is there something growing out of that?
Yeah. Plant.
That bird probably in a nest in there.
Yeah.
You can still see the feathers
Where? Oh, cheap paint.
So you happy you saw the plane? Do you have any questions?
Can we go inside?
It's not open and it's all locked.
We gotta come over here and that's
When we get everything's swept back. The wings are swept back, the vertical stab, the horizontal stab, everything's swept back. The further you sweep back the airfoils, the faster we can fly. What starts to happen at really high velocities is the airflow that wraps around the vertical stabilizer. The airflow starts to separate when you get really fast, and the vortex generators help energize the airflow and keep the airflow closer to the rudder, so that way it's effective. Because if you didn't have those on there, the airflow could start to separate, and the rudder would be out there with no airflow over it, and it wouldn't be effective at all. So that could be dangerous. So basically, it energizes the air.
That's gonna be good. That's for dirt.
Planes have gotten quieter since like these planes, right?
I got a
Yeah, this is a lot.
This used to rumble.
I got a radio on my plane.
Let's not eavesdrop on your friend.
Why not?
That's Mark. That's quiet.
Can we call him and say, hey, Mr. Dirk, nice takeoff?
It's across the way. I don't know, you ready to go or?
Yeah, you might need to go.
Mr. Boyd, can I step up there? Can I step up there?
All right, guys. That's it.
Captain Isaac.
Commander Mike, action.
Everything's still in there.
I'm right. You put there, haven't I?
No.
Somebody in there, what?
Oh, I see the angles you were talking about.
Hope not.
I see the angles you were talking about. They're like sharp angles the windows are at. Excuse me, sir, when you see your license, please? I have to ask you to step down.
Any of you guys have a red license?
Wow. Be careful, don't step back there. Ain't nothing there. You'll be finished.
No, I want it.
Whatever.
Got it? Go. 1, 2, 3.
What happened?
Take your medical yet? When are you going to bring us ice cream?
I was right there, so.
So we'll all go on our break. When you go back, we'll go on a break. We'll all show up. We'll just continue. Wow. Just a good idea. That we don't miss any hours.
There you go.
We'll talk about icing.
I got this sounded. With all that tape on it and stuff, you crazy?
But that,
You imagine it,
get you out. Why would you drown?
it ain't gonna get you out, you're done. Oh, check that out.
No, they're closed Yeah, they did because they don't have enough.
Not enough students flying?
Yeah.
Oh.
Nobody.
Everybody's grounded.
Not me. It was like, I have money, I just got money.
What?
Stupid chick.
Hey, Dad, how are you?
Maybe stupid chick.
I think we'll buy one of these.
Oh, man.
You notice on the Cirrus side, when you do your walk around, there is no air filter to check for on the walk around inspection. You can't really see anything with it. It's a landing light. So these openings here provide for what? Okay, primarily it's cooling of the engine, okay? But if you look way on the back of the engine as we go toward right about here, you look in your manual, see that's where your air filter is located for the induction. If you look at the 172, you can see where the filter is on the outside of it, okay? So you would make sure that that's clear, you're free of debris, anything blocking that. You can't see that on the Cirrus. So if that filter became blocked in airflow, you wouldn't be able to get in the engine. What could you do to get air into the engine?
If one of these holes became blocked?
Either the hole became blocked or the filter became blocked and prevented airflow from going into the induction system.
While you're in flight?
Correct.
Alternate air.
Alternate air. Alternate air. That's the red knob.
The red.
Okay?
That's
Got it,
our
Sam?
red
Yes.
knob or the original red knob? Because you showed us two red knobs. Because
On
there's
this plane, there's only one red knob.
There's one red knob.
okay, no, because
the
you
parking
told us,
brake.
no, because you told us that there was, I think it was the
Mixture.
alternate, no, the
You're
alternate,
confusing them.
no, the alternate static source.
You know where that
That's
is?
blue. That's
Yeah.
blue.
Yeah,
That's
blue.
blue.
No, but you showed us that in class last time that it was red.
How many times have you flown this plane, Walter?
About 3 times.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
Keep the ground.
So make sure you're clear that the alternate
Yeah, that's why you can't bother her.
alternate airflow into the induction system.
Okay.
The blue lever, which is at a different location, is for the static system.
Okay.
Okay. Alternator belt, checking for tension, and that's for the electrical, right? What type of prop?
Constant speed.
For takeoff, what type of blade angle do we have to generate the highest RPM? Low blade angle. Very good. Okay. All right.
Now it feels there you go. Right? It's like perfect. Small. Be like,
You're not very good. Remember what we were talking about?
right?
Yeah.
Buy 2 of these next week and a 72. You gonna get this guy some ice cream, my nigga?
Oh, that's
Get the tire.
crazy.
Get tire.
doing it.
I just look in the hole.
Not doing it.
Yeah.
Not doing it.
I did it the first time.
You gotta hear it.
I don't need a horn to tell me I'm stalling. All right. You know what these are?
Stall strips.
Why are they there?
To warn you, to
Before
upset the airflow.
To upset the airflow to induce the stall, because this type of wing is a laminar flow wing and has undesirable stall characteristics. So put those there to help. Any questions you guys have on the Cirrus?
Is it time to eat?
Yeah. What is it?
11.
It's 11.